Generally, dealing with absolute values are not common, but you need to understand once in a while you'll be thrown a question like this where you have to use common sense to make a decision. As you can tell here, this is a very basic problem, but most students will miss it because of the logic behind the question. You want to find the value of n that can potentially reduce this expression to zero. Now, the trick is this. If you look at this carefully, the absolute value is a system such that anything that passes through these absolute values right here will end up becoming a positive number, right? Anything. So if that number here is zero, it still remain zero. If the number here is even a fraction, but a negative fraction, it's going to become positive. So your plan is to look at these answers and see which of them has the potential to be less than 1 because 1 is being added or subtracted. Now let's look at the first one. It doesn't matter what you put here, even if this reduces to 0, this is 1. So this is going to be greater than 1 or at least 1. Even if this is 0. For instance, if this is equal to n is equal to 1, I get 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Absolute value of 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. If this is 1 is say 2, 2 minus or negative 1, you get negative 1, negative 2, and that will give you absolute value of negative 2 is positive 2 plus 1 is 2. So obviously this will always give you a positive number, right? So all the additions means that they are all going to give you a positive number except this. This is the only one that potentially can make the number less than 1, and less than 1 means it may include 0. So this cannot be 0. This can never get to 0. This can never get to 0. This is the only one that can get to 0. Let's take an example. Let's say n is equal to, uh, say, n is equal to 2. All right. If n is equal to 2, then this becomes 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. Absolute value of 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. N is equal to 2. 1 minus 2 is equal to minus 1. Absolute value of minus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. N is equal to 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Absolute value of 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. See that? So this is the only one. Now, absolute value of 2 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So when you get such problems, just watch the signs because the only determining factor here is whether it's going to increase or decrease because these absolute numbers will always return a positive value. All right, so here your answer here is choice. This is a very simple problem, but it requires a lot of common sense to get outside the realm of this kind of thinking that the number has to be increasing if this is always positive. And the only one that will make it decrease will be this one.